Hi guys, again just trying to create a video on how to use this tools website to create verifiable credentials. So you can see these options: create selectively disclosable verifiable credentials. Once you are in this page, you can see that you can add credentials here. Let's create a dummy set of credentials, John Doe, and can add the date of birth, 10/28/1988, city York. Likewise, you can keep on adding so application masters, right? You can add attributes here, name as name value pairs. So for you to create now this is someone is creating a verifiable credentials for a third party, so for this particular person. So for this you need the holder, that is the person who's going to hold this credentials, in this case the John Doe, his public key, and person who's issuing should have his private key to create this verifiable credential. So I have already created set of keys here, issuer and the holder. So I'm gonna get holders public key, and here, and then I'm gonna go to the issuer and use his private key to sign this. Right, once I sign, so this is the sign verifiable credential. So this basically encompass the details. So here you can go to this is just simply a JWT token. You can see what this looks. I mean, nothing fancy here. It's simply base 64 encoded. You can see the basic details are there, and then you can see the claims. These are the different claims, and this is the proof. These are signed with the relevant keys, and this is the proof. So this is what it is basically. So if you come back, yeah, I'm gonna take a copy of this. I'm gonna keep it here. VC signed. Let's name it for the moment. Yeah, so you have a verifiable credential signed. So then this can be sent to the relevant user. So what he has to do is he has to claim this credential. For that you need the signed credential, means the JWT that you had. You can see now it gives you the option of hiding certain elements from the credentials, so that you can share only the necessary information with the third party. Say John Doe just want to hide his date of birth. He's okay to share the rest of the information with this additional, I mean, whatever the third party. So for him to do that, he need his private key. Again, let's go back and get the holder's private key here. Yeah, so I'm gonna mask and create a presentation of the verifiable credentials. So this is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna keep a copy of this also in case if I see sign first. Yeah, again you can check this on the JWT and see how it looks. Yep. Yeah, you can see that so these are the claims that you can see, right? So these are visible to a third party, but not the you can see out of 4 only 3 elements can be visible. The 4th one is basically you can't see what it is. Basically you cannot see the real value of that. Yeah, so now you have a mask presentation, which is this block of text coded in base 64. So if a third party want to verify that, when someone receive this, he wants to verify that whether this is the right whether what this credential is, what he could do is he could get the masked and signed credential, and then he need the holder and issuer's public keys. So issuer public key, I'm just copying this from here. So issuer public key and the holder public key. Yeah, I think we got everything. Let's see whether this works. Yes, it says the presentation is valid, right? And it gives you the decoded presentation, pretty much as what you see on the JWT, but it has verified the proof is correct, right? So these are the information that has been exposed. You can see this, the fourth element, the date of birth is not visible to the verifying party, but still he could verify this has been a valid credential, and this is the final outcome that the verifier would see. So I think this shows you how this tool, how verified credentials work to a level, and how you could use this tool to create, mask and verify verifiable credentials. Thank you.